Hello, Leo. Welcome to your monthly read for September. Let's see what the cards have for you. Wow, we're starting with the Fool in the heart of your spread. That's a very positive sign. Oh my goodness, that's crossed by the world. The Strength, you have 3 major arcana right at the outset. That's incredible. The Chariot, we're up to 4. This is crazy. The Ace of Cups in your crown. Wow. All right, you have the 3 of Swords in your near future. We'll definitely be looking at that one. The Knight of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. This one popped out as I was shuffling and I had a feeling there was going to be a message in there for you. I put it back in the deck, but it's obviously wanting to come out for you. Queen of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles for your outcome. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands. He's come up a few times in these reads. Queen of Cups and the Judgment. Wow. Okay. King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some big changes going on in the background. It may or may not come to the surface during September. I'm feeling that it's possibly some changes going on within you and it's just going to be kind of a slow build. We've been getting that message a fair bit for most of the reads in September, sort of a slow build to a big change, but it looks like you're starting with the change. Things might slow down a little bit as you get towards the end of September, but you are at the start of a new adventure. This is also lighting up your heart a bit with that Queen of Cups under there. Really interesting. Okay, before we get into the main spread, I'll pull a couple of oracle cards for you. These have already been shuffled as well. From the Enchanted Forest Oracle, we have Tranquil Stream. Let go of worries and find tranquility. That is beautiful. Look at this gorgeous scene as well. That's such a sweet message and such a beautiful image there. Tranquil Stream. Yep. Let go of worries and find tranquility. I feel like that might be really important as you move into that 3 of Swords energy in your near future, but we will look at that a little closer when we get there. Wow. From the Spirit Animals Oracle, you have Swan with Grace. This is so beautiful. You who glide across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Really sweet. Grace is, there's so many facets to grace, but it comes with that sense of a miraculous blessing and definitely that feeling of dignity, that sense of dignity and humility and acceptance of this blessing at a really gentle heart level. I'm feeling like you have this blessing, you have this grace watching over you through this month, especially as you seem to be going through quite a powerful transformation that is going to get your heart going in your near future. But I mean, these 2 cards together, let go of worries and find tranquility, and that beautiful swan with the grace. It's a very gentle, slow moving energy that's quite interesting, paired with that Page of Wands as the overarching energy for the read. The Page of Wands is a lot more energetic. There's a little more fire in the Page of Wands than I'm feeling with these 2 cards that have a lot of watery energy, a lot of gentle flowing energy. The Page of Wands is kind of raring to go off on his new adventure. There's a lot of youthful optimism and excitement and a sense of just setting out on his journey. So there's all of that bubbling enthusiasm as well. But there is a sense of balance with that Queen of Cups under there. That kind of emotional calm does seem to be in play. She's kind of holding the energy of that Tranquil Stream and is absolutely that grace card. There's probably no better embodiment of grace in the tarot than that Queen of Cups. So interesting energies, a little bit of balancing of that gentle, quiet emotion with that sort of fiery energy. And I feel like you will get it as you move along throughout the month, but you're starting right out the gate with the Chariot. Someone else, I think, got this in that same position. This is you taking the reins. This is something you've embarked on recently. It's like you've made the decision to take the reins of your life, whether it's your life entirely or some aspect of your life. It's like I've almost got the sense of like you just being fed up with how things had been going and putting your foot down and saying, I'm taking charge here. I'm making a change here. This is the way I want to go and this is what I'm going to do to get there. This feels like it's taken a fair bit of effort. There's quite a bit of pace and a lot of energy around the Chariot. They've got the two sphinxes there. So it's like you're having to expend a lot of energy to keep them both going in the same direction and keep yourself moving forward. But it feels very rewarding and satisfying that you've been able to step up and do this. And it is very much pointing towards this Fool card, which is you starting this brand new adventure. If the Page of Wands is beginning a new adventure, the Fool is basically starting a whole new life. He's really at the beginning of his journey, and there's so much optimism. This is a majorly enhanced version of this Page of Wands. The sun is shining on him. He's got so much hope and optimism again, and he's taking a leap of faith. There is that need to be a little bit mindful of what's ahead. It's funny because we've had the Knight of Swords come up a few times so far with the September reads, which has brought in a lot of that message of caution and being mindful of not rushing into anything. There's the same element coming through with the Fool card, but not as strongly and in a slightly different way, because with the World crossing it, the World is about a cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. This is the very end of the major arcana, and in fact, the end of the tarot. The Fool is the very first card of the major arcana. So you're ready to start this new adventure. You've already kind of set your path. You've set out on this new adventure. But there's something with this World card in the challenge position that feels like you're carrying a bit of resistance. And it may not be about embracing the new. It may actually be about letting go of the old that's kind of slowing this down a little bit. But it's interesting because you've got this fiery driving forward energy with the Chariot and with that Page of Wands. But there's a sense I'm feeling of you having one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake. It's like you're kind of blocking the full impact of this energy. And I can see where it's leading with that Three of Swords, but before we get to that, I'm going to jump up to the Ace of Cups and look at that Strength card. Now, the Ace of Cups, all of these cards at the beginning are pointing towards a brand new adventure, something brand new. It's reawakening your heart. This is also pointing to this Grace card. Remember I said it was a sense of blessings? This is all about being showered with blessings from the universe. I feel like you're going to be surprised with love and with passion. There's going to be a real surprise in you about how much joy you can get from life. It's really interesting that it's coupled with this World in the challenge position and this Three of Swords in your near future. It's like some part of you either doesn't believe you deserve to have this joy, or you're doubting that it's all for you. That there's this just sense of letting something go in order to embrace this fully, or even more importantly, about processing something that you've probably been holding in that's keeping you from moving forward at the pace you want and enjoying this as fully as you want. But this is also positive. Whatever is coming in, whatever you're driving forward and actually creating for yourself, and the blessings that are coming in from the universe, there's so much joy and positivity around this, so much hopeful optimism. You have all of that with you. There's just this sense that something within you is kind of holding you back a little. Part of this World in this challenge position too might be the fact that so many things are changing at once and it's just getting a little bit overwhelming. That could be creating that resistance within you as well, but it's still pointing to something within you that needs to be looked at and worked on with that Three of Swords, which again, we'll get to in a minute. But if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed by a lot of things changing at once, even though it was what you wanted and you're driving it forward with that Chariot and the Fool, having so much changing all at once, that can be a little overwhelming. And if that is the case, come back to this tranquil stream. Just find those moments of peaceful tranquility. Go a little quiet, a little still. Find that grace. Just slow yourself down and find that peace within and without. Go and enjoy time in nature. Just let yourself be still. Step away from the situation for a little while and go back to those simple pleasures. That's come up a lot as well. You haven't got a specific message about that in this particular read, but I'm still getting that flavor. It's come up a few times for other people of finding simple pleasures, simple joys, connecting with moments of stillness and quiet. All right, we'll look at the Strength card at the bottom of the spread. This is telling me that you have everything you need to see yourself through this. Not only that, this is your card, Leo. This is mastering the ego, that all of that beautiful sun, fiery energy that can be utilized to get on top of your fears and worries. Let go of those worries and find tranquility. You have all of this strength below the surface that's ready to come to your aid. It's ready to come to the surface and take those reins with you with that Chariot card. You can use this energy to drive you forward and know that it's there to support you even as you are processing whatever this grief is. I actually kind of love that this has come in this position because it's letting me know that what I'm sensing through here, this sense of things going too quickly, this feeling of blockage, I don't feel like this Three of Swords is something new coming in. This feels to me like a need to process old grief. This is something that it has been triggered by all of this change, all of this recent change. It's connected to this inner resistance. There's a sense of needing to look at something that's possibly holding you back. It's a feeling of you keeping yourself a bit small in some aspect of your life. You are this lion, you are this Leo, this strength. This is a much bigger energy, much bigger card than this little Three of Swords. And it's sort of telling me that you need to look at this so that you can be this big version. I think it was Aries that had a very similar message. We get a little bit beaten down by the world, by reality, and we sometimes make ourselves smaller than we truly are. We are these huge, powerful spiritual beings. We just happen to be in these physical forms. But everything that we're patterned, we're programmed into believing about ourselves makes us feel small or makes us behave small. It's time to move through that. You have huge energy at the start here. All of these beautiful, powerful major arcana that are bringing these big shifts in, these big endings and these brand new beginnings. It's time to really step up, to allow this big version of you to rise to the surface. If you give yourself time to go within and just have a look at where that resistance is coming in, if you find yourself getting irritated by things you don't think you should be irritated by, or if you suddenly get inexplicably fearful or anxious or sad, all of those emotions that can come up out of the blue that don't seem to be relevant to the situation you're in or seem to be a little bit more exaggerated than you think they should be, that can be an indication that there is a resistance within you that needs to be looked at. Something is being triggered within you that it's time to look at, and let your thoughts go into your heart. Let your thoughts, let your awareness, your attention go to these emotions. That's exactly what this Three of Swords is pointing at. The three swords, the mind, the mental suit, piercing the heart, assessing what the emotions are doing. It's your time to do this now. This needs to be processed so that you can really step up into this lion energy. You are so powerful, Leo. It's time to move into this brand new cycle, and you don't need to be bringing this old stuff, this old lower energy stuff with you into it. If you need, again, to take time to be tranquil and find your peace, find that grace, do give yourself those moments to do that. All right, I've kind of already given you this message, but the Knight of Pentacles in your advice is saying to be patient with this, to go nice and slow, to take time, to be slow and steady. You don't need to rush this. You've had a lot of fast-moving energy at the start. You're kind of getting blocked here with that World card and the Three of Swords, but it's not an impenetrable wall. You can keep moving through this. This Knight of Pentacles is saying just take it one step at a time and trust that if you do take this slowly and go patiently, that you'll actually get on top of this once and for all. This is like the final step that you need to take to really, truly release this. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Devil appeared in the clarifying cards, because it's got that flavor of breaking free of the chains once and for all so that it doesn't keep cycling back. That's what this Knight of Pentacles promises. If you can take things nice and slow, go one step at a time, and really go deep with this, you will actually release this once and for all. It's a really, really positive energy. The Eight of Swords in your external factors is really interesting. The vibe I'm getting from this for you is that you may be getting a bit tangled up in your thoughts regarding how you think other people see you, because it's coming right alongside this Three of Swords. It feels like this is kind of just going to be a symptom or a consequence of this situation, this a little bit of stuckness, resistance within you rising to the surface. I don't feel like it's going to be a big thing that you need to worry about. Just be aware that if you start feeling a little bit sensitive to other people's criticisms or opinions, or if you feel like you can't do anything right for the people around you, that everyone's kind of against you, if you get any of those thoughts coming into your head, just know that this Eight of Swords is saying it's actually not the reality of the situation. This is just something that's being reflected to you about what's happening within you. It's just a thing that's coming up while you're dealing with this old hurt, this old pain, these old thoughts of being small. If you're thinking that you're small, if you're feeling small, it's very easy to believe that everyone else sees you as small and if they're taking advantage of you or they're judging you or their opinions of you have lowered. You know, it's hard to see from a higher perspective when you're caught up in your old stuff and your old small thoughts. If that comes up again, try to connect back in your heart. I'm getting drawn back to this Queen of Cups. You've also got that Ace of Cups. There's a lot of heart energy and support from the universe here. If you can reconnect back into your heart, take those moments of tranquility and grace, just know that this will pass. It doesn't feel like, I feel like what's going to happen is when you get through to the other side of this, you'll actually recognize that what you were seeing from the people around you was actually not what was really happening. And you will get there with that Six of Pentacles. But we'll get to that point in a sec. The Queen of Swords, this is in your hopes and fears. I feel like you want clarity with this. You've got so much drive and vision and passion for what this new adventure is. I don't want you to get derailed by whatever this is that's coming up for you. It's just something that needs to be processed. You will gain the clarity that you're hoping for. I'm getting with this Queen of Swords, it's like you had such a clear vision of what you wanted to do and now you're feeling all confused and lost. Don't be frightened by this. This is just a temporary situation. It's not even a setback. This is just a thing that you're moving through. It's something that needs to be processed, and I kind of want you to be grateful that it's coming up now, because you have a really great opportunity to process this. If you had gone all the way through this and then this came up, this Three of Swords, this confusing blocking energy, it would be much more difficult to deal with because it would be more deeply embedded and you would probably get even further in your head about all of the things that are going on around you. So it's like I want you to give yourself a lot of love and a lot of care at this time, because it is a tough thing to go through, to bring up old hurts and old pain when you're dealing with something in your external world and really trying to bring in some changes in your external world. It's hard when this internal stuff starts playing a role in it. That's when you can take some time out if you're able to. But also just know that it's not going to last forever. You will gain the clarity that you seek. And this Six of Pentacles in your outcome is very much saying that you're going to find balance. Because it's a Pentacles card, this is pointing to your material world, your external reality. And I feel like the balance is going to come in here, that you're going to be able to balance this inner realm with your external realm. And you're going to recognize, as I said, that what you were experiencing during this difficult Eight of Swords energy was very much just your internal world being projected outwards, and that the people around you are actually on your side. There's a lot of give and take here. There's a lot of generosity of spirit. I feel like heart is going to come back into play again. You will find your balance by the end of this. I'm not worried about that at all. It's just giving yourself the space and time and that gentle care while you're going through this Three of Swords, Eight of Swords energy. And go nice and slow with it. No need to rush. All right, let me pull some clarifiers for you. I want to start with that World card. I would just like to see if there's anything more I need to tell you about what I was picking up on that. It's a big change, lots of changes going on, and there's just that sense of blocking. I'd just like to see if there's anything more I need to give you. The Hierophant just came out. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay. Really nice. You got the Five of Cups and the World came out again. The World, clarifying the World, is definitely saying that this is a big change, a big cycle shift. Lots of big changes happening. And Oh, sorry, it was this way, wasn't it? Lots of big changes happening, and it can bring up this grief. This Five of Cups really connected to that Three of Swords. It's asking you to take time, to give yourself the time and the space to process this grief. I'm getting an interesting message with that Hierophant. I'm kind of feeling like what it's asking is for you to take a really spiritually mature approach to this. The first message I got, I didn't say it because it's normally associated with the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective. I'm still getting that message, but it has this flavor of trying to approach not only the changes in your life and around you, but the changes within you and the rising of whatever this grief is, this grief that needs to be processed. Try not to get caught in feeling angry or frustrated or deeply upset about what's happening. That kind of just adds another layer that you have to deal with on top of the grief. So allow yourself to feel the grief. What I really love about this card, and even the Five of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, is the water here. There's this sense of flow. Allow the grief to flow in and flow away. Don't let it get stuck. Don't dam it up. But don't fight it either. There's no fighting the flow of the water. It just needs to be. It just needs to do what it needs to do. Allow this to move through. It's part of that cycle with the world. It's time for this to come in and move away once and for all. So really hold that Hierophant energy. He carries a lot of grace as well. There's just that sense of spiritual maturity with the Hierophant, especially in this particular card. Normally, I would say he has the ear of God. In this card, it's like he has the ear of Mother Nature. It's that connection with the universe, with the earth, with spirit that you can bring in to help support you as you're processing this grief. And that will allow this Strength card to rise. It's actually calling on you to bring this strength to the surface, to deal with this grief, allow it to flow and accept the changes that are happening within and without. It's all so beautiful. The World card is such a beautiful card. There's a sense of celebration of this cycle ending, this closing of this cycle and the welcoming in of something new. It's just when there are a lot of changes and it is bringing up old grief and old fears. It does need space and patience, that Knight of Pentacles, and gentleness to welcome it in. I'm now going to pull on these two cards, the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. They are kind of linked, as I said. It's like the Three of Swords is feeding that Eight of Swords energy because it's just a miscalculation of what's really happening, just because of what's going on internally. I'd just like to see if I can get any more messages for you about how to deal with it or what might be coming in that you need to look out for. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, that's the Wounded Warrior card. This is asking you to take, again, it's pointing to that tranquil stream energy. Let go of worries and find tranquility. Take time out when you need it. If it's starting to get overwhelming, your grief, your anxiety, dealing with people is getting too much, take a step away, go into nature again. Just let yourself be by yourself, be with nature, be with your pets, be with your plants. Be with whatever gives you a sense of peace and serenity and tranquility and allows you to reconnect with yourself before you go back into the fray again. You just got the Temperance. It's the same thing. It's finding your balance. I feel like this is also pointing towards this Six of Pentacles, letting you know that this is going to come in. You are going to find your balance again. And also, this is letting you know you have angelic support. You're not in this alone. You've probably got people around you that are supporting you right now as well. I'm not seeing it so much in the cards. There's more of a sense of doing this sort of on your own because it is a real internal process. It comes in with that Six of Pentacles, but this Temperance is saying that even if you feel like you might be alone in your actual physical reality, you have a lot of spiritual support. The angels are watching you, your guides are watching you, your loved ones who have passed are right there with you. They're holding you, they're taking care of you through this. You aren't doing this alone. You've got a lot of beautiful support. Just to reiterate that, the Ace of Swords is more universal support. This is about divine inspiration. It's almost like the universe is going to give you the last little nudge that you need to help gain clarity, gain the clarity that you're wanting with that Queen of Swords, to see this situation, to see this grief, this disappointment, this fear, this anxiety, whatever it is, to gain clarity on it and break free once and for all. It's a really powerful energy. What I'm actually getting is this Knight of Pentacles, remember, was saying to go nice and slow with this. You don't need to rush this. Give yourself time and be patient and gentle with yourself. I feel like by doing that, and that is clarified as well with that Nine of Wands and the Temperance, they're both very gentle, quiet, slow cards. I feel like though this Ace of Swords is going to come in like a bolt out of the blue. It's like a flash of inspiration that's going to help you see clearly what's been going on, why it's been going on, and how you can finally release it. Really beautiful. Really love this energy. Okay, let me pull on this Six of Pentacles. See what is coming in for you in your outcome. Oh my goodness. I love this. You got the Queen of Wands and the Sun. They both flipped over together. That is amazing. Right, everything's going to come up joyfully. This was your card for a long time, Leo. It's returning. That joy, that sun, that beautiful passion and success. And this Queen of Wands, this is such a powerful, fiery energy. I feel like she's bringing some of this strength to the surface. And that sun is also reflecting that Leo card, that strength card. This is amazing. This feels to me like once you move through this strength is coming to the surface and you are going to really be stepping up into this high, powerful version of you that I was talking about earlier. Amazing. This clearing of that Three of Swords and that Eight of Swords energy is opening the way for you to bring in this joy and this success, to really stand in your power as that Queen of Wands. Okay. We got the Fool card. I love this. We've come full circle. You got the Fool twice now. This is amazing. You started the read with a brand new journey with that Chariot and the Fool in the heart of your spread. You had to go through some stuff. It might take a little bit of time, but the Knight of Pentacles is saying go nice and slow. Then you get this bolt of inspiration and you really step up into your power and you're back. You're back at this journey again. You're back at this beginning of a brand new version, a brand new phase of your life. This is incredible. And I don't want you to feel like the fact that it's come at the beginning, then again at the end, that you're going backwards. That's not this at all. This is letting you know that you're back on the path again. You wouldn't be able to continue on this Fool's journey if you were still carrying that Three of Swords and Eight of Swords energy. The whole reason you had to go through that process through September, which you'll be coming up to soon, is to get to this point and to continue on this journey that you've set in motion. It's like you're finally clearing the last blockages. If you carried that Three of Swords with you, I feel like you probably would have had a lot of lower level energy blocks that would have prevented this journey from being able to be continued. By clearing it, by letting yourself process it, by dealing with that grief at that heart level, at that deep level, refinding your balance, you're bringing in this incredible joy and success for your life. This journey gets to continue in the best way possible. I'm so excited for you. This is incredible. Now, I need to tell you that when that Fool came out, a whole bunch of cards fell out with it just as I was about to pick it up. So in terms of the bottom of the deck card, I'm not entirely sure what we landed on, but I do need to show you amongst the cards that came out that fell from the bottom of the deck, we had the Chariot again. It's just pointing to the same thing the Fool is pointing to. You are taking the reins of your life again. You are setting back on this journey again. You get to continue this adventure. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Amazing. This is your destiny. This is steering you on the path that you need to take. The Seven of Wands also came out, an interesting one. I feel like this is kind of clearing that self-deception. Because the Ace of Cups also came and it's sitting on top of it at the moment, it's like you're reconnecting with your heart and ridding yourself of that self-deception. You're not hiding those Three of Swords any longer. You're not hiding that grief and that pain any longer. It's coming out into the surface. You're reconnecting with your heart. This is the same Ace of Cups. These blessings are coming in. And this Judgment card, absolutely amazing. You had it below the surface here. Remember I said I wasn't sure if it would come in? It's kind of come in now. This is kind of, I mean, she was amongst all of the rest of them, but basically she's saying this is a major transformation. This is the dead coming back to life again. This is your sun coming out from behind the clouds at last. The sun is rising on you once more. Your journey has begun and you get to enjoy it to its fullest. And you're going to be this powerhouse, strength-filled Leo warrior that I know you are. This is so incredible. All right, let me pull 3 final message cards for you, Leo. Big journey for you. It's a little bit opposite to what a lot of the other reads were. I think I told you that at the beginning. Most of my reads have indicated a pretty slow start to September. You powered on in at the beginning and then needed to slow down sort of in the near future, probably mid to end of September. You're being asked to go a little bit slower, but being a little bit more gentle with yourself. And then it's really powering up at the end of September into October. Amazing. And all of this, I feel like this Page of Wands is asking you to look at this whole journey like an adventure, keeping that youthful, hopeful optimism and seeing it again with that Hierophant from that higher perspective, that grace-filled perspective of spiritual maturity, just seeing this as a journey to embark upon rather than a battle or a struggle. It's an adventure. It's that Page of Wands adventure. Right. 4 of Swords. That's definitely a card that's come out a few times for September. It's very much pointing to this tranquil stream and even that grace. And because it's come right over the Hierophant, I'm also getting that message. Remember I said it's like having the ear of God or the ear of the universe, the Mother Nature energy. This 4 of Swords is asking you to take some time to rest, go quiet and still, to receive the messages from Spirit, to be open and receptive, to receive the messages from your higher self, from your loved ones that have passed over, from God, from the angels. These are messages that want to penetrate deeply into you, and they can't come through if you're caught up in your head, if your thoughts are all noisy and your emotions are all wild. This is asking you to find that peace, that gentleness, that quietness, and be open and receptive to receive the messages that they want to bring in for you. Right. We had the Knight of Cups jump out and the Temperance flipped over. This is awesome. The Temperance twice now, this Knight of Cups, keeping your heart open. That's very much what that 4 of Swords was pointing to as well. Connecting in with your heart, keeping your heart open, feeling optimistic and positive about love and passion and joy coming back into your life again. He wants you to keep your heart open to welcome in that sun that's coming in. And the Temperance is just another message about finding your balance through this. It does feel like you're going to have a bit of power and energy going on through the first part of the month with the Chariot, the World and the Fool in there. And then it's really asking you to kind of go slow and quiet, not really put on the brakes. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving card, but he doesn't stop. He does keep moving. He's just very, very slow. The Temperance is, I feel like, asking you to find the balance between these two energies, to keep moving forward and keeping that joy and passion of the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups, but also give yourself the patience and time to be gentle and quiet and still. And again, it's pointing towards this angelic support. It's just really beautiful. The other message of the Temperance, it's kind of telling the whole story. This is about the unconscious becoming conscious. It's asking you to look at those things below the surface with that 3 of Swords, to bring them to the surface and to find the balance in your emotions, to let it be processed and let it flow. That's like that message from the 5 of Cups in there. Let it flow. Let that grief flow in and flow away. It feels like a very healing time for you. It won't happen straight away. Obviously, you've got all of the stuff that's going on with the Chariot in there first. But as you move through September, it's such a beautiful, gentle opportunity to really deeply heal. And I really want you to give yourself the time and the patience to move through this as much as you need to. Bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Pentacles. I love it. 8 of Wands, 7 of Swords. That's that pointing to that 7 of Swords that was under there as well. This is freeing yourself really quickly from that self-deception, not letting it be hidden anymore. It's right out in the open. and fresh news coming in. But this Page of Pentacles, just like that Page of Wands, he's a student. He has a lot of openness and optimism, that youthful energy. He's very much a student. He researches, he learns, he approaches life as a student. And I feel like that's the best way to deal with what's going on within you. Try not to judge yourself through this. That's another message of this Judgment card. Try not to judge yourself. That's that extra layer I was talking about. You know, if something's coming up, these emotions that are coming up, adding anger or frustration or judgment on top of that is just another thing that you have to deal with on top of the actual emotion. So if you let yourself be kind to yourself, treat yourself as a student, treat this process like you're learning something for the first time, and really bring in that patience with yourself. Be patient, be kind, and be gentle with yourself. But honestly, by the end of this, you're going to have so much joy and vibrancy. It's like it's bringing the passion back in that started this journey in the first place. I feel like it kind of got buried a little bit because of that Three of Swords, but by the end of the month, it's really going to come to life again. It's so beautiful. Just remember these two beautiful oracle cards. I feel like it's really important to give yourself this tranquility, let go of worries and find tranquility, and bring in this beautiful grace with those swans. Okay, Leo, I hope you have an amazing September, and I wish you all the best with this incredible journey. Thanks.